Hi angels, welcome to Earth Angel Energy. I'm the Earth Angel and today I'm making you another pick a card reading, and today's topic is how are you shocking people? How are people getting shocked by you? And I have to be honest, this reading is gonna slap. Like the energy is crazy. I love it. I have 3 piles for you. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Go ahead and take a second, see which pile resonates with you, and we can go ahead and get started. Hi, pile 1. So if you chose the first pile, then this is your reading on how are you shocking people. So I'll be honest, I think you have 3 specific people who feel really shocked by you, and then I'm getting a general energy here. So something about you, I'm gonna be so honest, you have a very dominating energy, especially for some of you if your appearance doesn't immediately show that. So for some of you could seem really nice, for some of you could be smaller. If you're a feminine energy, if you're a masculine energy, you're very chill. There's something about you where people honestly, I'm gonna be so real, people regret kind of testing your gangster. I know that sounds kind of wild, but I feel like there's people in the past who tried to test you, who thought you'd come running back, who thought that they could get you on a string or something, and they feel like they messed with the wrong person. Now, besides these 3 specific people, I feel like people are very shocked by the fact that you are an emperor. So when I pulled the cards for this first pile, I got the emperor last. So we had all this energy here where I think people just know not to really try you. There's something about you where people feel like you run things. People are really shocked by the fact that your energy is healing. You are warm, you're perceptive, hardworking, but there's something about your energy where it's just I run things, or I'm going to run things. And people are really shocked by this. I'll be honest too, some of you are just really smart. You're not dumb, you're not easily manipulated. You have this energy of I run things. And once again, with the star, it's not over the top. It's very subdued. You could be quite nice. You could be quite friendly. But when you walk into a space or when people interact with you, it's you set the tone. You set the energy. I just heard follow the leader. Your energy says follow the leader. Now, for some people with egos, they might not like it very much, but they do respect it. Let's get some more. Also, I see here too, Ace of Wands. You're very attractive as well. Some people can't even help but want to follow you. I feel like they get kind of entranced by you, enticed by you. Even people who feel like they usually dominate energy feel like you dominate their energy, but in a way calmer way. I just heard the true king doesn't have to say they're the king. 10 of Cups. You're nice. You're really nice. You're really warm. You make people feel really good. It almost feels a little bit like a energetic seduction or a glamorizing kind of energy with the Empress. So your outward appearance, that's why. Okay. So especially if you're a feminine energy, I feel like if you're a masculine energy, it's sort of that Sigma kind of energy where people just naturally want to follow you. Possibly too because you don't ask people to follow you, but you just make it seem really enticing. If you're a feminine energy though, the way that you appear is a 10 of Cups, Empress, and a Page of Wands. So very warm, very inviting, very friendly. For some of you, you could even have, honestly with this Page of Wands, you could look younger than you are, or just something very warm and inviting about you. But maybe as people get to know you, or if people interact with you, or if people try you, they quickly find out that you are actually an emperor. But it's very calm and very subtle, and this is shocking to people. Especially if people are either manipulative, over the top, or highly critical. Something about you, they just feel like they can't play you, they can't dominate you. I don't know if you know this, but I feel like a lot of people assume you are going to either go very far in life or you're going to end up running things in some capacity. Strength. People are shocked by your strength, but it's very, wow. It's like you're fair, you're just. You're also really good with this energy of like, people do feel like you will either like take them with you, or you're like out to provide for everyone, or like, you know, we can all thrive, we can all survive. You are not in lack mentality at all. And whether you know this or not, this is very appealing to a lot of people, especially if they're used to people being like, I'm just gonna step on other people, I don't care about other people, I'm just here to get ahead for myself. You are not like that, and that is so enticing. Something about your energy says like, yes, I'm here to succeed, but we can succeed together. And people find that really attractive with the strength in the Three of Pentacles. Now, I do think that there's some area of life where you are like running into like more egotistical energies. This could be family, this could be work, this could be friends, where there are definitely people who want to feel like they're top dog, but they feel like no matter what, your energy and the way that you carry, as soon as you walk in a room, some of you could dress really nicely. You're like serious. You're calm, you're cool, you're collected, you're warm, you're inviting, but you're serious. Knight of Pentacles, and you're persistent. I feel like you're also not afraid to be in situations where you might be like by yourself, you might be meeting new people, it might be a more competitive environment. No, but like egotistical energies are like really shocked by you. Okay, let's get some more. There's also a level of stability to you here. So you could either have a nice network, you could have a nice family life, or you could be really good at making connections. For some of you, you could come from a good family or a prosperous background. Something about you not being like anyone that anyone's ever met before, if I'm honest, especially if that resonates for you, you feel like you're different in a lot of ways. People feel like they've never met anyone like you before, so they don't know how to navigate this. I feel like that's specifically for people who like are highly competitive though. So I'll be honest, I think that you have a lot of people around you. There's something here about people wanting to like get ahead or climb or navigate things. For people who are not quite so competitive in the sense of like, you know, I like to work with other people, you know, I want to do well, but I'm fine with other people doing well too. Like, we don't have to stab each other in the back. Energies like that, I think they're honestly just shocked that you even exist. Something about leadership energy here too. Whether you know it or not, a lot of people crave like leadership. I feel like one misconception, I was having a conversation with someone recently. I feel like a misconception we have is that everybody wants like total freedom. Like everybody just wants to be able to live their life how they want. You know, for a lot of people, human nature is they want someone to tell them what to do. A lot of people don't have the courage to pave the way or to, you know, be a leader. And people feel like they immediately feel this leader energy from you. And a lot of people love that. And they're very attracted to it. Also a benevolent leader. There's something here where you're like a leader, but you're like also a good person, or you're doing things for good reasons. Ten of Pentacles, yeah, just really this strong energy. I think people are shocked, honestly, that someone like you is like generous and genuinely cares about other people. You might be a rare breed when it comes to that. Oh my gosh. So for some of you, once again, you're very active, you're very action oriented, you're amiable, you're easy to get along with, you like connecting with people, but you very much have this energy of a leader, but also a leader who wants to raise all boats genuinely. And people are shocked by that. I feel like toxic energies don't like this. I don't know why. Like, personally, I don't like people who are in like a lack mentality, because like there's more than enough to go around. Like, calm down. But if you resonate with that, they know that that's how you feel, and they know that that's vastly more appealing than let's, you know, fight for scraps. So for some of you, once again, you are like a bit of either a leader or a builder, or a bit of like a revolutionary here, but like a revolutionary who wants to build things up rather than tear things down. And that is shocking to people, because there's not a whole lot of people, you know, on the earth that are genuinely like this. 3 of Swords, 6 of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. I'll be honest, some of you could also be not afraid of like the facts of life. So you could talk about realities or talk about the system or whatever is important to you. I feel like you talk about these things very clearly and very honestly. And I think that that can be kind of tough for some people to deal with. But once again, I don't get a lot of fear from your energy. I feel like maybe you have some anxieties and stuff, but you just don't give me like a super anxious or fearful energy at all. And I think, yeah, and there's that Eight of Swords with the Page of Cups. You could also like try to soothe people's anxieties or like, you know, reassure them. Something about you being like calm even in the face of like very anxious or stressful circumstances is really shocking to people. Your energy is shocking, honestly, like in the best way possible though. So for some of you, I probably don't need to tell you this, but definitely follow your ambitions here. If this is resonating for you, like you are capable of great things. For some of you, you already know that you're putting in the work, you're building things up, you're planting your seeds. But if you feel like this resonates for you and you're like, you know, I want to do something. I've talked about this before. The 3-step plan. Build a relationship with God, follow up on the opportunities he sends for you, and put in the work. You will be on your path in no time. Queen of Wands here. Like so passionate. Now, people from your past, how are you shocking them? I'll be honest, I think a lot of people, especially if you've disconnected from them, if you walked away, if you've just moved forward, like very like easily from a lot of people's perspective, I feel like this is very shocking. And you are just manifesting like crazy. You're manifesting like crazy right now. 4 of Pentacles in reverse, like you let go, you don't care. Like, which once again, this is something I talk about too. If people disrespect you, if people stab you in the back, if people choose somebody else, if people abandon you, you shouldn't care about them. Care about people who care for you, care about people who support you, care about people who love you. And if you feel like you don't have that many people in your life like that, ask God for them. And he will send them to you. But I definitely see some people from the past just feeling like, honestly, I think this is where these specific people are coming from too. I do think you have a lot of people from your past who like, to put it bluntly, like tested your gangster for real. They're like, let me see what happens when I play games with them. Let me see what happens when I ghost them. Let me see what happens when I disrespect them. It was a wrap. The Devil. Oh my gosh. People are like shocked by how unbothered you are too by like toxicity or manipulation. Like, I'm sorry, you are very hard to intimidate and very hard to manipulate. Because you know that if somebody does something to you, you can just move forward and get a new opportunity. Like, you've done it probably hundreds of times at this point. And if you haven't, like, follow that 3-step plan. It will happen for you very quickly. You have so many people just shocked. Like, you're just not scared. You're not intimidated. Once again, you might have some, like, internal, like, you're human, like all of us. But I do get this really strong energy from you of like, I'm going to do it. I'm good. Even if things are stressful, even if things are uncertain, I've got this. You have incredible stability and confidence in your energy that's going to get you very, very far in life. It's a very unique energy, and I think it's very shocking to people. For some of you, you have some sort of transformation or elevation happening in your life that is shocking. And for some of you, frankly, like unprecedented. Some of you are people that no one has met someone like you before, genuinely. Or maybe it happened a very, very long time ago and that person went on to be truly extraordinary. So this is amazing energy. Very impressive. With this kind of energy, you can do pretty much anything in life. Like, truly reach for the stars, you know? If you have some like big ambitions, like I said, build your relationship with God, follow up on opportunities, do the work. You can do it. And people are shocked by this. Because I think that it's really shocking when you meet someone where you actually think like, whoa, they're actually going to like do it. They're actually going to make it happen. Like, this is the kind of person I could see making it to the finish line. I'll be honest, wherever you are, I don't think a lot of people meet people like that until they met you. That's what I have for you. Wild, amazing energy. Like, really let this energy take you where you want to go in life. You will get there. That's what I have for you. Period. Love that. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that resonated. Special thank you to my Patreon patrons and those who book personal readings with me. It's because of you I'm able to do these messages. And thank you all so much for being here once again. Until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you. Hi, Pile 2. So if you just a second, Pile, then this is your reading on how are you shocking people. So if this is your energy, I feel like you're doing really well right now, or you're like on your way towards some big success here. I'll be honest, the first thing I'm getting with the Ace of Wands in reverse, I think there's some people in your life that are kind of shocked at you being able to reach some sort of level of success while also like keeping your morals. So what does that mean? It could be, you know, walking the straight and narrow. It could be, not like screwing people over, not doing anything like destructive or underhanded here. For some of you, you could have like waited to, like, you could have been celibate. You could be in some sort of industry where, like you're keeping your clothes on, something like that, where people feel like in order to get ahead, I don't know where you are, who you're around, but there's a lot of people who feel like you have to do a lot of like underhanded things to get ahead. And they're surprised that you don't have to do that and things are still working out for you. For some of you, you could be doing quite well financially. You're looking really good. I definitely see a lot of people from your past, honestly. You could have had some sort of transformation or some sort of glow up or elevation that people are really shocked by. Or for some of you, you could just be doing things kind of on your own. Like you could go to things by yourself. You could go follow up on opportunities or go out by yourself. But there's also this energy of you being a very successful and like aspirational person as well. Something about your life being very aspirational that's kind of like shocking to people. Especially if people like don't see you for a while and then reconnect with you. Your life looks great right now, honestly. And if you feel like this is an energy that you're aspiring towards, definitely claim this energy because it's great. Let's get some more. How are you shocking people? 2 of Cups. Oh my gosh. You're like very loved. People could be shocked by how quickly they develop feelings for you or how quickly they start to feel attached to you or feel love for you. 5 of Pentacles. And how much they miss you. People are shocked by how much they love you and how much they miss you. I'm also getting this energy too of people have like intentionally disconnected from you. Like how shocked they are by how deep their emotions actually were for you in your absence. Oh, okay. I'm also getting a very specific message. So for some of you, there could have been a situation where you could have disconnected from someone over like Wands kind of energy. So for instance, if someone wasn't committed, if someone only wanted like a specific thing from you and didn't want to commit or something like that, someone is like shocked not only by the fact that you were like fine with disconnecting from them, but how they actually like developed really strong feelings for you despite this. Oh, there's a King of Swords here. If some of you never slept with someone is like really shocked by how much they still care about you or how much they still think about you. That's like a really specific message. It's like if the 2 of you never did anything, someone could be shocked by how much they just like think about you still or wish they could be connected to you. 8 of Pentacles. We have a work energy as well. Some people could be shocked by how successful you are, how successful they think you're becoming. The Empress. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I feel like for a lot of you, I'm just seeing really, really big positive energy in your life right now. Like I think a lot of the collective has been listening to a lot of the channeled messages that have been coming through and applying those messages. I'll just reiterate it. Like for me, there's the 3-step process. Build your relationship with God, follow up on the opportunities he sends you, and put in the work. Things will take off for you. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're doing that. And it is 9 of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Justice. Oh. Okay. I feel like there are a lot of people as well who, upon seeing this successful energy coming in for you, are feeling... I'm just getting like a lot of shock, particularly from people who you've disconnected with how deeply they feel either about you or what they did to you. I think a lot of this is highlighted by this amazing energy here. And that's one thing I talked about in one of the general messages I did. So if this resonates for you, definitely check out today's general messages as well. But the better you do after you've left people, the more they regret not being connected to you, which seems pretty obvious. But I feel like for a lot of you, you're on that path. And I feel like people are shocked, number one, by the regret that they have over what they did with you. And also shocked that they either like mess things up with someone who clearly is becoming very successful or doing very well. Nine of Swords, yeah. There's people who are shocked over the anxiety they feel with the ending of the connection with you. Oh my gosh. Especially too if there's people who feel like there's no coming back from what they did or no coming back from, I guess, what they did to you. I think there's people who are like shocked by how like stressful this is for them. Especially if like some people feel like they didn't know like how well you were gonna do, or they didn't know like, you know, how far you were gonna get in life or how good you were gonna look or something. People are shocked by like the fact that they burnt a bridge with you. So that's another thing too. So a really big energy that you'll notice is if you have some sort of transformation in life, and the longer you sit in that new elevated energy, the more that energy defines you, right? So like say for instance, you're not doing very well for a couple years, but then you do really well for like double that amount of time. That becomes your established reality. That becomes your image. That becomes how people see you. And so even in the past, if you weren't doing well and people thought, oh, well, they're not doing very well, so it's okay if I disconnect from them. And then you go on to be really successful for a long time. After all that time passes, all those people see is who you are now. And then they think, why did I disconnect with that person? They're doing so well. They're so successful. Why did I disconnect with them in the first place? I'm seeing a lot of shock and anxiety over disconnecting with someone who clearly is doing very well in life. And I'll be honest, with the Ace of Wands in reverse, I do think there's some people from the past who feel like they disconnected with you over like dumb reasons. Like, oh my gosh, they didn't want to sleep with me on the first date. Or, oh my gosh, like they were prettier than me. Or, oh my gosh, they were getting attention. Or, oh my gosh, why did I do that? Three of Cups, literally. Like, why did I do that? I think you have a lot of people who are just like shocked by their own behavior or shocked by what they did to you, because your value has like skyrocketed since they knew you. And that's why it happened. Because God doesn't want people to have purely transactional relationships with you. Like if you're a good person, if you're nice, but you maybe don't have like crazy resources or something, like people shouldn't disconnect with you over that. And so you stayed this really nice, kind person, but now you're just doing really well, or people feel like you're going to start doing really well. And there's this shock over like, why did I disconnect with this person? They look so good now, or they're becoming so successful. They're hanging out with all these cool people. They have that nice car. They have that nice house or apartment. Why did I disconnect with them? People are like shocked by the fact that they disconnected with you or that they didn't see your success coming. Chariot, I'm going to be honest with you. Some of you told these people what you had planned. King of Pentacles. Look in the Fool in reverse. This is the crazy part. Okay, so I'll be honest, there's a little roadrunner outside of my window. It's a beautiful little bird, but they run super fast. I feel like this is a message. Some of you, these people knew what you were up to. They knew what your ambitions were. I'll be honest, for some of you, they felt like you could do it. They just didn't want to believe that you would. Temperance. With this Seven of Pentacles and the World. Some people are shocked that you're doing what you said you were going to do and that you're actually able to do it. For some of these people, it's because they've never done what you wanted to do, so they didn't know that it was possible. There's like this really obvious energy here. So once again, this comes back to the Seven of Cups, because the Seven of Cups is illusions, it's inconsistency, it's lack of logical reasoning. And you do have a lot of people, based on this energy, if I'm honest, who genuinely heard your dreams, heard your ambitions, and they thought that you could do it, but for some reason, they convinced themselves that you weren't gonna do it. I heard for some of you, like you lost a lot of weight or you've got really fit. For some of you, you finished school. For some of you, you've started that business, started investing, saving, pursuing some sort of dream or goal here. And people are just like, there are people who are shocked because they feel like, I knew they were going to do that. Or they said they were going to do it. Like, why did I think they weren't going to do it? Why did I disconnect with them? Like, what they're doing is really cool or they're looking really good. Like, the Three of Swords. No, this is wild. I don't really know what to say for these people. I honestly just feel like this was divine intervention, where God was like, you're not a genuine person. I want you out of pile two's life. You don't genuinely care about them. You don't genuinely have their best interests at heart. I'm going to get you out of their life. And for some of you, people thought you were going to do this and they were jealous of this. That's why. So I'll be honest for you, like, people believed that you were capable of whatever you said you were going to do. Especially if you're doing it now. Like, they knew. Especially if you're known as someone who actually, like, is consistent or, like, delivers or, like, you know, you generally keep your word. They knew you were going to do this and they were, like, mad about it or jealous or salty. So the big thing I'm seeing here is, like, there's a lot of people, especially from your past, who are shocked at the fact that despite all of this, they burnt a bridge with someone who is doing very well. They're, like, shocked at themselves. I'll be honest, like, I do think what you're accomplishing or where you're getting in life is really exciting. For some of you, it's very glamorous, very aspirational. But I don't see a whole lot of shock, honestly, on the fact that you've accomplished things or that you're reaching your goals, honestly. It genuinely seems like most people thought you were going to do it or you were capable of it. And they were, like, mad or jealous or salty or sabotage the relationship, sabotage the situation. But now that you've accomplished it despite them, they want access or they wish they could get access, but they feel like there's no way they could get access to you now because of what they did or the actions that they took. So there's no shock that you're arriving at this place. There's just shock that they're not arriving with you. The Lovers. And for some of you too, like, you do have people in your life who are genuine, who are still connected to you, who are coming with you. No, I'm telling you, especially if you're known as someone who's genuinely, like, pretty loyal, not loyal to a fault. So if someone disrespects you or hurts you, like, you're obviously not loyal to them. But if someone's good to you, if someone is supportive of you and it's a two-way street, you will be loyal to that person. Like, you'll stay connected to that person. If that's the case for you, there are some people who are, like, so mad at themselves right now. Especially if they know people who you still connect with. Like, I just see somebody punching the air right now. So I'll be honest, I do feel like a lot of my collective, like, you're doing things in life. Like, my collective is making progress, you're growing. Like, we do tap into a lot of past energy, but so much of the energy for my collective is like, let's get that future going. Like, my collective is very proactive. And so this is how your energy is going to show up. Incredibly good. Incredibly good. This is not unrealistic at all. This energy resonates for me. I know this energy resonates for other people I know, but it's because you're proactive and committed to your future. And once again, if you feel like this doesn't resonate for you, it can resonate for you. I told you those 3 steps, follow them. It'll happen. But I do think that the collective is elevating to a point where you are looking so successful and so abundant compared to people who are not taking action in their life that it does look kind of extreme. So once again, some of you are getting super fit. You're following up on some career opportunity that's going to be amazing for you. You're saving, you're investing, you're starting a business. Like, you have a beautiful family or a beautiful life. You're traveling. It looks extremely good. Because a lot of people in this world are not proactive the way that you are. And especially not a lot of people from your past. And so once again, you can watch these readings. You can watch. I don't control how the cards come out. They come out the way that they want to. But it's consistently coming out, like, extremely good. Because that's what taking action in your life and having a good relationship with God, doing things for the right reasons, that's what it will do to your energy. It will make your energy come out like pure magic. So congratulations to you, Pile 2. People are not shocked by the fact that you're doing it. They're just shocked by the fact that they didn't support you. They knew you were going to do it and they were mad about it, which is why God pulled them out of your life. So let him, sweep out the trash to make way for more treasure. That's what I have for you, Pile 2. And keep in mind, You only are like trash by your own actions. Everyone is inherently equal. But if you're going to be a bad person, if you're going to stab people in the back, if you're going to manipulate people, if you're going to reject people who are good to you, that's kind of trash behavior. You want to be a treasure. You want to be connected with good people who are doing good things in life. Be a good person. Put in the work for yourself. Be genuine with people, and you will form genuine connections. I feel like you already know this, but this is a shocking lesson that a lot of people from your past are having to learn the hard way. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed that. Great energy for you. Keep up the good work. It's looking, I don't have to tell you. People believe in you. They believe in you even more the more that you accomplish things. So keep going. That's what I have for you. I hope that resonated. I hope you enjoyed that. Special thank you to my Patreon patrons and those who book personal readings with me. It's because of you I'm able to do these messages. And thank you all so much for hanging out with me once again. Until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you. Hi, pile 3. So if you chose the third pile, then this is your reading on how are you shocking people. So I'm gonna be honest, there's some people from your past who feel like you don't care about them at all, and this is shocking to them. I don't know if there's people who tried to make you anxious, who tried to stress you out, who tried to keep you trapped. There's just like a lot of shock around the fact that you either like don't feel that attached or anxious or stressed about people. 7 of Cups and the Hierophant in reverse. Randomly, if any of you are not married yet, people could be kind of shocked that you're not married yet. They feel like you could be, or like you should be, but you choose not to for elevation reasons. So maybe you haven't found the right person. Maybe you want to focus on your career. I don't know, something about you marching to the beat of your own drum. Yeah, and 6 of Cups in reverse. Especially if you're not married and you don't have children. People are kind of shocked by this only because they feel like it would be very, very easy for you to get all of that. But you're choosing not to for elevation purposes. If some of you like don't want to get married or don't want to have children, that's also shocking to some people. Empress. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of like bucking of convention or bucking of norms, but not all the way. So like people don't see you as necessarily like countercultural, but at the same time, you're very unexpected. I heard don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah. If some of you will disconnect with people without even communicating either, or if anyone ever ghosts you and then you ghost them back, something here about you being very committed to yourself. Page of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. Okay, 5 of Cups. Now, for some of you, you do thrive really well in your circumstances. Some of you could be single parents as well. And you're still able to do really well on your own. And you're not going to like compromise just to like have a partner. Like you want to like wait until you find that correct person. Yeah, Knight of Swords and the Temperance. Very intelligent. People are also really shocked by your intelligence, your knowledge. Okay. Yeah, something about the way that you live your life. It's like people respect it. It makes sense to people. But at the same time, it's different. Like you're clearly doing well in life and you have a lot of wisdom. Okay, I'll be honest. I feel like there's a lot of people around you who care about specific things. Like maybe they like really want to be in love, or they really want to be married, they really want to have kids. And they feel like that is not exactly your main priority. And this is kind of like shocking. But at the same time, they feel like your energy is better than theirs. Yeah, Temperance. Like you're more balanced than they are. Especially too if you're like, I know that like my time will come for that, but like I have more important things to worry about right now. Yeah, you place a lot of value on yourself as well to other people. I don't know if you're around a lot of like insecure people or people who just kind of like settle. And once again, people think that you're realistic. but you're just not gonna like change your life path or how you want to live your life just to suit other people's agendas or other people's assumptions. Yeah, High Priestess. Something very mysterious about you. Seven of Swords, and the Ten of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. I'll be honest, I think you give a lot of really good advice, or you have a lot of really good wisdom. Or for some of you, you've either like had bad experiences and actually learned from them and not repeated them, or something about you like taking conventional wisdom very seriously. You have a lot of people around you who feel like they've wasted time with the wrong person or doing the wrong things. And they feel like you actually like haven't managed to avoid that. So what does that look like? Say for instance, and you know, anyone who's been on this channel, one thing that I always say is like situationships, no. Unless you really, really want that personally. But if you're looking for a commitment and someone doesn't want to commit to you, it's a hard pass. So you could be one of those people, or maybe like, say for instance, you have friends who are in situationships and they're really miserable, but they just, you know, they really like this person and it doesn't matter. And you're like, I would rather be single than be in a situationship and get my heart broken. And there's like people who are kind of shocked by the fact that you have like the willpower to do that. For some of you, you're able to like manifest commitments like that. For others of you, there's something here about people feeling like you always have a choice in life, but you have a lot of people around you who feel like, I can't do that, or I can't, like that's too hard. For some of you, maybe you've like gotten another source of income and you have people around you who are like, I can't do that. That seems so hard. And you're like, well, no, like you can do it. And it's like really nice and it's helping me in life. Something about that. You have a lot of people around you who they see you doing things that they themselves could do, but they either refuse or feel like they can't or feel like they don't have the strength or the capability. And it's very shocking that something about your life being really different and you doing things that other people wish they themselves could do but refuse to do. I know this sounds really confusing, but this is actually a very common energy. I see this all the time. But like they feel like there's really good results for you. And I guess that's like shocking. Like, I know I should do this. I know it's working for you, but I can't do that. Or I don't want to do that. I mean, this could even be as simple as you like having a friend who's in like a really bad or like abusive relationship and saying, you know, like you can get out of it. Like I got out of it. Stuff like that. Where it's like, I can't do that, but like I need this person. Or it's very strange. Six of Wands. Okay. You're not afraid to rip off the Band-Aid, or you're not afraid to be in uncomfortable situations or slightly stressful situations to get yourself into a better situation. And that's shocking to people. For some of you, you've left some sort of toxic ideology that people feel very dependent on. There's something about you living a good life, but this feeling counter to the reality of a lot of people around you. I think you have a lot of people around you who feel like they're in bad situations in one way or the other, and they just can't break free. And something about you having the willpower to break free. Five of Cups. Oh my gosh, yeah. Whether you know this or not, you have a lot of people around you who are very unhappy. And like compared to them, they feel like you are doing so well. You have new opportunities. You love yourself. You're building a beautiful life for yourself. You're very different from a lot of the energies around you. I think there's a lot of energies around you who feel psychologically trapped in unpleasant situations in one way or the other. For some of you, you have people, say for instance, you have coworkers and they like really don't like where they're working, and you decide, okay, maybe I'm going to look for another job, or maybe I'm going to get another source of income on the side. And you have all these coworkers who are like, I hate it here, I don't know what to do. And you're like, well, I'm doing this, and this is making it a lot easier for me to transition. But they're like, I can't do that, or how do you do that? And like anxiety holding people back. Okay, this feels very like convoluted, and I feel like the reason is because a lot of people around you feel very convoluted, and we're channeling their energy, right? How are you shocking them? And so you have a lot of people around you who are really shocked that you are not like confused and convoluted and held back by your own anxieties. And so this could be past people trying to put on anxiety on you and you not feeling anxious about it. This could be people trying to pressure you and you resisting that pressure. This could be people around you being trapped in toxic situations or toxic beliefs and seeing you break free and being like, how did you do that? For some of you, you're single and abundant. For some of you, you're a single parent and taking care of your child really well. For some of you, you're in bad situations and you left that situation. For some of you, you have dreams and ambitions that other people have not accomplished and you're accomplishing them. You seem very clear-headed. For some of you, you might, your country might be going through difficult political times like mine is, but I feel like for me personally, I have a very clear view of what's going on. I have a very clear view of how to handle things, and a lot of people around me are just like, I don't know what's going on, or I don't believe this is happening. I don't know. You have a very clear-headed energy. You know what you want in your life, you know what's going on around you, and you know what to do. And people are shocked by this because they don't feel like they know what to do. They don't know how to get out of that relationship. They don't know how to get out of that job. They don't know how to start their own second source of income. They don't know how to take care of their family. They don't know how to take care of their children. Okay, judgment. Your judgment is what shocks people. You are able to navigate your current situation. And I feel like a lot of people around you do not feel like they have no idea how you're so clear-headed. Something about you being very clear-headed. When everybody around you just feels like they're I feel the temperature heating up. I feel like things are crazy around me. Or I feel like my situation is bad, but I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just lay here. I think you're very intelligent. You're a very critical thinker. You're very analytical. For some of you, you do have a great relationship with God, which helps a lot. My number one prayer after gratitude and repentance is God, help me understand. Help me understand my situation. Help me understand what's going on around me. Help me look for my path forward. And for some of you, it's just making you look like the one person who has a plan or the one person who has the answers. The beautiful thing is, I do think you have people in your life who are really grateful for this, honestly. But they still find it shocking because even though they're grateful that you have some clarity right now, they don't understand how you can have this clarity. And I'll be honest, for some people, there's a little bit of discomfort as well because how can you be so calm? Or, how can you see a path forward? I feel like you have a lot of either nihilists around you or people who just think the world is going to end and there's nothing they can do. 3 of Cups, yeah. Look, you are just really fabulous at finding ways to move forward. And this is an extreme mystery to a lot of people around you. How do you do the things that you do? How do you stay stable? How do you keep finding opportunities? How do you keep connecting with people? How are you not all doom and gloom, even through doom and gloom situations? And I'll tell you right now, even in my country, most of you know what country I live in, it's very chaotic times, but there's a very clear path forward for a lot of people. And there's a lot of different ways that you can take care of yourself during these very chaotic times. But even talking like that, a lot of people do get a little bit uncomfortable with that. Because it's how dare you find a path forward, or how dare you take care of yourself? How dare you not lose hope? Maybe for some of you, you had to end a relationship, or for some of you, you're going off and taking care of a child on your own. For some of you, you've had to start your own business or start another source of income because your job wasn't cutting it. And there's a lot of people around you who are kind of feeling what do you mean you found a solution? What do you mean you found an answer? What do you mean you're surviving and thriving? How are you doing that? I don't know why this is so shocking to people around you, but I think you have a lot of people around you who just... I don't know what word to use for that. Tower, yeah. How are you surviving the tower that you went through, or the tower that we're all going through? Okay, I feel like people are shocked because there's some sort of tower moment either going on with everyone, or there is a tower in your life, but people feel like you have a parachute, or you had a parachute prepared. Now, I'll be honest, for some of you, you could have been saying like, hey, I see this coming, or I see this change happening. I'm getting prepared. You could have told people, hey, I'm going to leave this relationship. Hey, I'm going to leave this job, but I have something lined up. So there's some sort of tower, and people are falling out of this tower, but they feel like you have a parachute, and this is shocking to people, especially if you've been telling people like, hey, just so you know, like, this is what's gonna happen, and I'm getting prepared for this. It's kind of a tower, but I got what it takes to make it through this. This is shocking. For some of you, you've predicted some things, or warned people about some things, or let people know, hey, this is what's happening. It may seem like a tower, but I'm gonna make it through this. People are shocked that even in tower moments, you always have a parachute. Now, for some of us, that parachute is God, because you can't predict everything, but you can ask God, help keep me prepared, keep me, ahead of things so that I'll be okay. And once again, that 3-step rule that I've talked about: build a relationship with God, follow up on the opportunities He presents to you, and take action. And that will be your divine parachute. And I feel like right now, especially with the state of the world, you do have to be a little bit creative. You do have to think a little bit outside of the box to do well in times like this. But I think that you are. But it's shocking to people, because most people don't have the courage, or honestly, the knowledge to think outside of the box like you do. But they see the results. People are shocked by the fact that you follow your own lead, you follow your intuition, and that it turns out really well for you. They're shocked that you're able to handle situations that most people are too afraid to even confront head on. That's what I have for you. Great energy. I see some really, really positive energy for you, so this looks really good. Keep up the good work. Honestly, all the collective is doing amazingly well. And I talked about this earlier in the reading, but this collective is proactive. You're proactive, you're building relationships with God, you're following up on that kind of 3-step process that I like to follow. And because of this, your energy is going to show up amazingly well. Most people are not taking those steps, so their energy is not going to show up this intensely positive. So I'm not surprised that it's showing up this way, but that's why it feels so extremely good. Because you're doing things that most people are not doing. God is the secret sauce. And the second ingredient is following opportunities. The third ingredient is taking action, being consistent. And some of you are doing that, and it's going to prove very, very positive and beneficial for you. Great energy for everyone. I'm so proud. This is so exciting. I love you guys so much. Thank you all so much for being here. Special thank you to my Patreon patrons and those who book personal readings with me. It's because of you I'm able to do these messages. And thank you all so much for being here once again. Until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you.